just restart your laptop because we're already late.
Hello and welcome.
Hello, this is Greg.
Well, this Free for All Friday hasn't been very free for all, and we got to get the show on the road. I can't play Laptop Doctor. I think Greg's laptop is having an issue with the wireless card, the Wi-Fi wireless card. So we're a little late today on a Free for All Friday, but it's sad. But that's okay. So we're going to run the show. Let's run it right now. Hooray! We got a nice Friday, nice show ahead of us here, guys. What's going on? I know we're starting to get more people here in the Turf Nerds live studio audience. They're just behind my banner here right now, but it's glad to be aboard. Glad to be here in the saddle. And Greg will be coming, Lord willing. Andy Wilson, good morning. Andy Wilson, host of the Lawn Hustle podcast. He's based in Newcastle, Indiana, about an hour east of Indianapolis. And Andy has a good show. We've had him on here, I think, twice, and he's got a good business wisdom. Andy has been in it, I think, a year longer than I have. I said I'm almost at 17 seasons, and Andy's been going and doing his lawn care business for 17 seasons. William Spencer, good morning as well. We got some people popping in. You want to be part of the show, call, text 734-245-9994. Greg will be here. Poor Greg.
Hello, this is Greg.
Having some issues with his laptop. So if you haven't noticed, his beautiful face hasn't looked that beautiful recently on some of our streams. I don't know. Yesterday was fine. The day before was fine. I think on Monday we had a problem though too. It's just all of a sudden his connection's dropping in and out. I think it was on the Monday show where his connection was not all that great, and our show's been known for some funky, awkward silences. I think it's because of his connection coming over to me, and I'm sitting there, and it's been kind of slow. So I'll say something, or he will say something, and it doesn't come back to me right away. And then you guys are like, man, they're just talking over each other. But this is what makes the show great. And I'm happy it's Friday, going here into the weekend. Oh, there he is. See if it looks any better. Let's just switch scenes here right now. This is what makes the show a lot of fun. Okay, Greg. Well, if you're going to be a little laggy, okay. He doesn't look all that great there right now, but we're just going to have to kind of roll with this for now. How you doing, Greg? Hey, what's going on, Uncle?
I feel like I'm just not. I feel like I'm on Star Trek when they're trying to transport me to the. How if you ever watch Star Trek when they transport them, maybe that's what I'm feeling right now.
Well, you may not look the greatest, but I dropped this video quality down to 360p. It's like the old days of YouTube when we were watching the OG vanilla lawn care YouTubers back in the day, and the quality only went to, it was like 240, 360, 480, 720, 1080p. Now the YouTube videos are in 4K, and it's funny. They're forcing you to start playing all these videos, Greg, in 4K, and I'm sitting there like 2160p. Why is my computer like this slow, or my phone going slow? It's because they're automatically sucking you into the higher video quality, even when you can change the video quality in YouTube's advanced settings. So, Greg, I see that you are getting adept on the cough button, and I like that. Great job. It's DJ Durbin here in the mix.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm still not fully adept, apparently. I'm just trying to pull something up here. I don't know if I should try and... yeah, I'm still running slow. I was trying to look something up, but and or just to have it in case I need to look something up, and that's going to be a little slow. So sorry, I'm talking out loud. I guess you always talk out loud, right? If you're
Well,
talking.
I do that. I do a lot of my philosophical thinking on the mower. And do you guys do that? Let us know. How do you guys get a lot of your thinking done on the mower, especially Greg Durbin, because he doesn't listen to podcasts. He's got the earplugs in, and on top of the earplugs, he has hearing protection. That would just be inside my head too much. I'm already in my head, but a lot of good thinking though, Greg. Business planning, lawns and life, and just watching, I guess, the birds or the geese crap or people walking by. A lot of stuff goes through my head while we're cutting that grass and making that cash.
Cut that cash and make that grass.
You ever done that where you've mowed over money? I've done it, I think, twice. One was like $1, and then I think I did run over a 20 once that wasn't mine. But I've also picked up money throughout the years. The best I got was a 20 at an old family video in Livonia that I picked up because people are always throwing stuff on the roads, Greg. When I mowed those family videos, you'd be amazed, just these busy roads. You get like hubcaps that get thrown out there, trash, and then a different client that I had, and it was trash day, and I saw a $100 bill there on the street, and yeah, there you go. I said, well, that lawn was worth $130. So
As you found $100 bill?
yeah, this is back in 2000, probably 15. Wally Woodruff says the hat selection is on par, gentlemen. What do we got rocking here today? We got the Bobcat hats because he's one tough animal. Yeah, $100 bill is back in 2015. Someone could have dropped it. Could have been from the trash. Who knows? And yeah, so I've also mowed over money though too. You ever mow over money or mow over checks?
I didn't mow over money. Miles one time somehow I don't know why he was mowing, but he trimmed it. He was with me one day and caught a 20. I found at a gas station one time $80. So
Really?
that was I was going to pump gas, and I looked down and I saw a $20 bill, and picked it up and kind of looked around. Nobody was around, and then took a couple more steps and found another 20, and then for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I walked on the other side of my trailer and found two more 20s. So
That's a
walked
good
into
cash
the
grab for
gas
you.
station and said, yeah. But I walked into the gas station and then said, if anybody comes in looking for money, here's my card. Have them call me and tell me how much I lost. And never heard from anyone. So I got to keep that. And then I found a 20 in a mowing one time. I found a 20. So I guess I've gotten $100. I found $100. No, I found
Accumulated
a
over
single
time.
the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was pumping gas.
Yeah,
I think
found
I talked about
a couple weeks ago.
I think I talked about this. I almost get gas every day, even though the Toro Grandstand Multiforce is the 10.5 gallon tank there, and the EFI actually sips. I think my EFI fuel pump is going. So there's two different fuel pumps on the machine, Greg. There's one that's like there's the EFI one that's like $350, and there's the regular old $15 fuel pump. There's one that just like sucks the fuel, I think, from the tank, and then there's the EFI fuel pump that does other. They're both kind of in tangent with each other. I've looked it up. This is a couple weeks ago. I was pumping gas, and someone had rolled $2 bills into the pump handle. So, I was kind of tired and melancholy and maybe a little bit despondent after a nice day of mowing, and I pull up there, and $2 were in the handle, and it felt kind of good, Greg, didn't it? Doesn't that make you feel good here?
Yeah.
I wish it happened more often. I'm still hoping that someone would come up with a money tree, but to no avail yet.
Yeah. I haven't. I wonder if we could find a way to grow one. Plant $1 and see what happens.
I mean, we're in so much national debt anyways, so it doesn't matter. We just spend.
What did I? Yeah. I was watching. You ever watch Reacher?
No, elaborate.
On Reacher, they had. They couldn't figure out why they had a bunch of counterfeit money going on, $100 bills, and they could not figure out what was going on in the paper. I mean, it was perfect. They said there's just no way. And then supposedly it was what people were doing, what they were getting the old dollar bills, the old ones, and they were somehow turning those into $100 bills. They'd bleach them or whatever they did, and then they would use that paper to make a $100 bill because they couldn't make the new.
We should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, they couldn't make the new hundreds, so they were taking because of the stripe and all that stuff. They were just making the old $1 bills into old $100 bills.
This is interesting. Reacher, that's been around for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, Reacher's was on Netflix
Who's
or
it?
Amazon. I can't remember.
Who's that star?
Oh, what's his name? Alan
Carter-
Rickman, is it? Not Rickman.
Carter Carrick. Yo, he says, yo, Greg. What do you say to Carter Carrick?
Yeah, yo, Carter. What are you doing? Yo,
What up?
that's my best Rocky impression. So,
Hey, Carter, how you doing? It's
Carter.
Rocky Balboa. I'm gonna go out there and cut some grass today. Box the grass into the ground, Greg. Right?
yeah, that's right. We're gonna just get out there and chase some chickens and get that grass down to the ground. Get it down. Yeah.
Speaking of chasing things, Greg, the one neighborhood that I mow in that has the retention pond, and you've mowed some houses right there. They've been trying to cull the geese, and I applaud them. So they've been stealing their eggs there in the spring. One of my clients has, it's the whole neighborhood's on board. He's able to do it, but I pulled up to my first, I guess, chunk of lawns yesterday. 10 of them. And there's these geese. The geese were hanging out in the yard, and I saw them keep going down the way. And what did they do? They ended up landing on the yard that I was mowing. So I kind of chased them around the yard, and they were actually challenging me there for a bit. And they also scurried off, crapped on my client's driveway, and ran off into the woods. So it's just, it amazes me. They are fearless animals, and I don't like them there at all. not one bit.
So
they've
what's
ruined the
the
grass.
guy do with the eggs? Is he cooking them up or what?
I don't know what he does though, because there's an island. So this retention pond. There's an island on it, and they've really culled them down big time. Because this was bad years ago when Zach was working with me. Oh, guys, this is years ago. These geese were just literally dumping all over driveways, like it was bad. And that their poop does kind of stink, but also their poop does something to the grass. Maybe the turf teacher Jones would know. It kind of stunts the growth. It doesn't kill it. It almost acts as a growth preventer. But I guess the neighborhood was being sick of it, so sick of it that there was a house. So we got the client's house, retention pond, and then there's a commons kind of grass field area, and then there's a house next to it. He used to mow for the guy. He passed away. New people moved in, and they had put up just a regular old wire fence around part of their yard, and the geese won't actually hop over it. It's like 2 feet off the ground, Greg, and the geese won't even hop over the fence. So now their lawn looks good. So I'm really just sick of seeing them. I mean, do people like them? Like can you eat them?
They're Canadian geese, or they're which kind of geese are they?
Well, the only geese I ever see here is Canadian geese.
Yeah, I don't know if they're good eating or not. So I've never had one that I know of. So
Buster, morning late nerds.
Yeah, sorry, Buster. I know you were sitting by your phone waiting to hear us. So I had to have some issues with my internet here, or with my what is it? What do you think it is?
Your wireless adapter card. I'm pretty good with the tech. We got Greg a decent laptop from Micro Center. There's about, 25 plus Micro Centers all throughout the United States. If you guys know one thing about me, aside from cutting that grass, making that cash, lawn care business, I'm a kind of a tech nerd though too. And we got Greg. The hardware on your laptop's good, but the wireless card, the Wi-Fi adapter card, there's something wrong with it. But luckily, Greg, I'm checking the email right here now. It says you paid for the TWG 1-year accidental laptop, which was some money, but it says vendor warranty, parts 1 year limited, labor 1 year limited. So you have what, a couple months left to go up there, and I think they just need
3 months.
3 months left. So take advantage of that though too. When things bust, it could be the wireless card, but I don't mess with laptops. I've opened them in years past. Everything's soldered and packed in there, though, too. There is a guy that I really like to watch on YouTube. His name is Tronics Fix, guys. Check him out, though. He just fixes gadgets, electronic things, old video game systems, you name it. And we're all about learning, though, Greg. It was a really good episode with Dan and Tessa on the other day, and they're in the horticulture, and we had posed a question to Tessa and Dan, hey, continuing education, educating your clients, and so it actually helps with the hippocampus area of your brain to continue to constantly learn new things. You can prevent Alzheimer's that way though too. There's some so it's always trying to learn, but yeah, this Tronix Fix guy, he's pretty cool, Greg. I don't know how to solder. You ever solder anything? I am not really good with the fine, small, tiny motor skills.
I've never soldered before, as I think about it. I don't think I've ever soldered anything. So, no, not that I remember. So, I guess I haven't got, and I'm maybe that hippocampus part of my brain isn't working if I don't remember.
Oh, I think your hippocampus is fine because you and I can talk. So I was doing a little research here, Greg. So about the multi-force. Kohler's official service doc for that engine spells out a 2-pump fuel system. A lift fuel pump moves fuel from the tank through an inline fuel filter and fuel line to the fuel pump module. Okay, so there's 2 of them, which is the low pressure lift pump, and then that's a cheap pump, it's like $15, and then the high pressure EFI pump. This lives inside the sealed fuel pump module, FPM, mounted on the engine near the air filter. Yep, it takes the fuel handed off by the lift pump and pressurizes it to 39 psi, Greg, to feed the injector fuel rail. This is the precision component. Kohler explicitly states the FPM's internals are not individually serviceable, and opening it avoids the warranty. So when it fails, you're replacing the whole module. I think that module, Greg's like $350. So. Wow. Mine, there's just like it's a yellow cap Reuben over at Schleybaugh. Morning, Joey Damron. He's been popping in when my multi-force was taking several dumps on me during the winter. It wasn't able to really start in the cold. There's this little yellow cap, and you disconnect it off the fuel pump while you're turning over the engine, and then you plug it back in, and it fires up. So that's not a cheap component, Greg, is it? $350 for that? It makes me irritated.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Sometimes you look at something and it's a ridiculously inexpensive part, and yet the labor on it is 2 hours. So
they gotta make their money.
Yeah. But when I had my first issue with my leaking hydro, they thought it was something really simple. They thought it was just the seal, but the problem was he had to pull everything apart, and he said that's like a 2-hour job, and to be able to pull it off and then replace the seal. And then as he was getting ready to replace the seal, he noticed there was another leak. And but it's kind of funny though, because it was an inexpensive part. He even said it's really not that much money. It's just you got to pull everything apart to do it. So
yeah, it was like that
was the downside of it.
I can relate just to you. My multi-force, Greg, remember when it was leaking oil directly in the bottom of the machine? It was that oil sump. It was like a $15 part, but what do you have to do? Take the engine out. And I said, oh, well, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So, just looking up this part number for this high-pressure pump module typically runs $300 to $375. Okay, well, forget that. I think that I might need to change that towards the winter, and I guess I'm going to have to Ricardo, good morning. Remember when he called in, Greg? Made us feel really good, and humbling, though, too, that he was so thrilled. I mean, open line 734-245-9994, which is actually a Google Voice number. Here's a tip for you guys. I think Phil Shurkin told me this, though. To separate my personal line, you can go online and get a Google Voice number. It's free, but I paid for the $10. I think it's a $10 a month option, and that way it kind of separates things. So I can, because I try to, I got to do a better job at this, Greg, is not deleting clients' texts throughout the year, because I have a couple of people that just give me either a cash or a check on the spot for monthly, like after I'm done mowing, and I've deleted the text threads before, and I have to sit there and remember if they paid me for July or June. So maybe separate that into a voice thing, but also maybe just force them to go totally on Yardbook. Some just do that, and I said, okay, whatever, it's fine, and they pay right away. I've noticed, Greg, some of the best clients are the ones that like either pay me weekly or just give me a check or cash at the end of the month to avoid the 57 cents cost for a stamp.
I think it's higher than that right now. I think it's like 72 cents for a stamp.
Yeah, I think it is.
So I had actually I had one of my clients that for some reason she's not getting my emails from Yardbook. When I'm texting. When I'm sending,
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sending over the emails, and she's just not seeing them. And because what was I talking to her the other day, and she said that she didn't get my email, and I sent it July 4th, and because I was able to look it up, I said July 4th, 11 o'clock, and 11:09 p.m. it went out, and she said 84 cents for a stamp, Walter or Wally.
Yeah, I just Googled mine. Mine says 82 cents. Is it two more pennies more expensive? Because Wally's just about 2 hours west of us, Greg. That's weird. What?
Yeah.
84, 82 cents. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I remember when it was 10 cents. So anyway, she sent me the email, or she's looking it up. She's I don't see anything. So I tried to resend it to her. Still didn't get it. So I just did it as an email attachment. She got it. So
Yeah, it's
but
interesting.
she's
'Cause
apparently not getting one.
I told you that
Joey,
trick,
stop.
Greg. To
What's that?
I told you that trick on Yardbook. It'll tell you when it's sent and also when they open it. Joey says he stopped using Yardbook. Mail lady said that it's going to 84 cents. So yeah, maybe it's 82 going to 84. Joey stopped using Yardbook. Honestly, for me with Yardbook, for us, Greg, it's been successful overall. We can do everything with the free plan. That's also we work for ourselves, so much smaller lawn care and landscaping business. I do prefer like the UI of Jobber. That's something that we were maybe considering though too. But I don't need to pay monthly for stuff that I can already do for free with Yardbook. Jobber could probably, I guess, proselytize some people from Yardbook, Greg, by simply maybe having like a light or a free version. Because I don't know. I think even the low tier Jobber, Greg, I should probably know this because we do the show, but I haven't had to pay for a CRM monthly, and I think it's like $30 a month. I could be wrong here. Let's just go bring this up here. But Jobber, to their credit though, they do a really good job at marketing themselves. Okay. Oh wow, holy smokes! So if you want to do an annual thing here, so the core is $24 a month. That's not too bad for first 12 months, and then $29 a month billed annually here. Book and schedule jobs online, send pro quotes, send invoices and receive online payments, create a professional website, track performance with built-in reporting, and then connect to 100 plus tools, Greg, through the app marketplace. That's not too bad. What do you think, Greg?
I'm having a hard time paying for something because I don't need all that stuff that they're offering. I do invoicing, and it keeps my clients on there. And what else do I do? I'll look up sometimes I'll do a lot measurement, and I use that source on there. And I'm trying to think if there's really, and then I'll check my invoices just to see how my what I've invoiced out for the month or for the year. And other than that, that's all I do. So I have a hard time paying for something that I'm not really doing anything with. So,
Joey says
Wally
Yardbook.
said, look,
Yeah. Oh, go on. Sorry. I think we're both saying the same thing. Go on. After you, madame.
well, I was going to talk about Wally says to check out Lawn Buddy, and I just pulled that up, and they do have a Lawn Buddy Lite, and but they do offer a credit card, but it's 4.8% plus 30 cents on all credit card payments. 4.8 is pretty expensive.
That's how the credit card companies get you, right?
Yeah, they get you on the charges plus the 30 cents. So, what were you going to say, Joey? Talked about Yardbook.
So Yardbook is a great tool. I went to QuickBooks for bookkeeping purposes. Yeah, I've never used QuickBooks. I heard, I was talking to my CPA. He had said that QuickBooks can be pretty kind of confusing if you don't know what you're doing with it. It's pretty intricate, but it looks like Lawn Buddy. I have heard of Lawn Buddy. $0 a month, the light version, standard $12 a month, the pro is $39, and the exclusive, Greg, is $78 a month here. Light, you can store data, messaging, you can tag stuff, you can, I guess, you can't custom design your invoices there. I at least like to put my logo there on the company, but and they do have an app. Looks like they do have an app with 43,000+ downloads. Yardbook's been kind of slow, Greg, to get an app going. They kind of have one. It's like in beta, but you're gonna have to email them and ask them. The cool thing with Lawn Buddy is it passes the credit card fee over to the client, not us guys. My wife made me. So she uses it with her job. Interesting. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting. But your client, all of a sudden, they're going to see a 4.8% charge on their credit card, and they're just going to get mad at me. So, but where do you see that it extends that onto the client?
I don't know. It just says like it's his lawn buddy light. Here, I can kind of blow this up there. Now you can actually see it there. It says, get started. Can be passed to purchaser. Interesting. So, okay. So,
is, yeah.
as solo ops, if we were to really kind of like rifle through this, assigned a crew, I don't need that. Reoccurring one time or multi-day set jobs, I don't really need that either. It might be okay to just do like a one time list, map, and calendar views. Now this stuff has got guys also applies to Yardbook though too. I don't need that. Job escalation, move. Sure, I guess automatic invoicing. I don't really trust the automatic invoicing, Greg, because it's between all the year, you're either mowing it 4 or 5 times, and I like to, be in order and not automatically invoice someone when I don't mow it yet, even though we've earned that trust. Sort and categorize, yep, it's cool, and sort by crew. So a lot of the stuff we don't need, so you probably just do the light version. It can't hurt to kind of reinvent the wheel and check things out. For the longest time, and we've mentioned this, for the longest time my dad helped me way back in the day. We did the old snail mail invoices, Greg, and then we went to email invoices, which that was a pain. And then we finally discovered Yardbook, and I've been on that since, and no one has issues with that. It's aside from sometimes, Greg, as you mentioned, sometimes clients not being able to find the email. Andy Wilson did say on Instagram, he was commenting, he said, have her check her spam, because sometimes Yardbook goes to spam.
Yeah, I had her checking spam and couldn't find it. So, and she's 85 years old, and I'm not going to, if I can send her the invoice,
give us a
through
call,
email,
Wally.
then if I can get her an invoice to, if I can get her an invoice just through email as an attachment, then that'll work for her. So, or she actually told me just text me the what I owe you for the month. So.
Isn't that like so archaic though? But I guess, hey, you've built that trust, right, Greg? Where they trust you enough just to set that simple text out.
Yeah, and but I just spoke with her yesterday. Her husband passed away last year, and now she's trying to learn everything, because I guess her husband did everything, and now she's got to learn all this stuff. So I'm just trying to make it easy for her. If she says text me the total amount, and I can do it. So. In that case, all I do is say, hey, you got 4 cuts this month, or you'll have 4 cuts this month, and, X amount per cut, and here's your total. So
I wanted to ask you this, Greg. So, go on.
Well, I was just going to say, but her husband just passed away. Next door, their husband just passed away. And then across the street, I've got, a couple of 80 and 90-year-olds. So I could be losing somebody else here within the next couple of years. So,
well, that's just how it works.
Charlie. He always comes out and brings me a bottle of water.
Someone cares for Greg. That's great. I liked how my client gave me some Gatorade this earlier on this week on Tuesday. So there's this service, Greg. Okay, they mow a lawn next to me. I used to mow this. I got rid of the lawn because I didn't like the lawn. They show up. I think the trailer has 3 mowers on it. It's got an X-Mark rider. It's got a Cub Cadet big rider, and it has a Cub Cadet walk behind. So they get out. I think there's 3 or 4 guys. This yard is not even that big, and they put 2 mowers on the yard. Like they got some guy using the big Cub Cadet rider for the back, which the back is small, and they got the other guy, which is the owner. He'll use his X-Mark rider for the front. I think that's really just unnecessary. Here we go. Here. Hold on. Hey, Wally, how you doing? For some reason, I cannot hear you though, Wally. Hold on.
I'm not hearing him either.
Coming through. Let me call you back here, Wally. I think I'm having some tech problems here. 1 second.
Yeah, you blame me for everything, and then it could be you.
Well, most of the time it is your fault. So okay, here we go. I'm just kidding. People are like, yeah, but you're so mean to him. Like, you kidding me? Greg can take it. So here, let me try this again. I think he was a 5. Yeah, why didn't it work? I'm just going to do the personal line there. Hold on. Is something muted on this, Greg? I have it plugged in.
I don't know.
Didn't get any sort of connection to it. Hey, I don't know why this is not coming through. Wally, this is totally bizarre. You are plugged in to our board, and I cannot hear you one bit. Hold on, Wally. I just keep hanging up on people. Stall us here for a minute, Greg.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We're going back to that this client, the older client whose husband passed away. This is the same client that had the sprinkler issue that I had to try and replace the sprinklers. And,
Can you hear me now?
Hey, Wally. Hey, how you doing?
I'm here, man.
As you were,
Wally?
sorry, for some reason my connection was going haywire. Greg has internet problems, and then it decided just to not work. So talk about
Just
some
passed it over to you.
lawn buddy here, Wally. We were trying to implement something here, though, Greg. Maybe Wally calls in for a little bit or like a minute. We do a what's up with Wally segment here. See what's up in the world with Wally
What's up,
Woodruff.
Wally?
So
Okay, well, I don't mind it. I got nothing going
where's
on. We're getting
Wally?
around to leave this morning, so
Is that, should
we're
we
in the
say,
shop
where's
this morning
Wally?
right now. Yeah. Where's Wally? We're getting everything around in the shop right now. He's swapped over to the dump trailer. We've got a pretty big small landscaping cleanup job. It's probably gonna take a good portion of the day for us. So no mowing. Mowing's getting kind of dry. We're in that southern central part of the state where we get no rain, so it's drying up pretty quick on us. So we're not gonna be mowing. Everybody probably gonna start having to skip, even though we've stayed pretty high with our cuts this year. So, but the whole lawn buddy thing, they hit you pretty hard for the credit card fees on the free end. But if you actually pay for the premium side of it, it's cheaper. I think it's like 2.9%. And I've actually what we've done, because we've used that. It's not like forced it, like I've made my customers do it, but it's made the customers send more checks.
interesting.
So it actually has. I had last year in credit card fees. I think we ate close to $20,000 in credit card fees.
Holy smokes!
Wow.
And my tax buddy is like, hey, you got to kind of figure out what you're going to do with this. So we went to Lawn Buddy. I actually had Jobber prior to it, and when you're running a few extra guys on there with the scheduling and stuff that's on there, it was like $79 or $80 a month for like the lower tier plan with additional people on it. So it jumps up once you go from being solo to that next level. It jumps up quite a bit. I know they're always running promotionals and stuff quite a bit, but I didn't really have a good time with it. And Lawn Buddy has its caveats too, right? You're trying to learn how it works, but I do like the scheduling. It does help optimize your routes. And like when I did the podcast, I'm pretty good at routing stuff, and their mapping or their optimized routing solutions they have on there, it's pretty darn good. It actually opened my eyes up to a couple things. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize I could have done that.
Your first formative years, though, Wally, in business, because you've been in business, for 5 or 6 years now? Starting out,
we're 5. Yeah.
What were you invoicing with, your first year doing it? Because I had said it was snail mail for me back in the day. My dad helped me for a couple of years with the biz, and then was email invoices, which that was very lethargic, meticulous and slow. And then Greg and I have been yard booking since. But what did you use when you started out?
I went this QuickBooks Online. I think it was $29 a month. And obviously with QuickBooks Online, you can do invoicing and stuff from there too. I mean, we all have our hates and loves for QuickBooks, and I began to learn the hates more than I did the loves from that. And that's why it forced not really forced me to find something else, but find something that was going to work a little more as we grew towards what I wanted to do. And QuickBooks is a great a great tool because it does the accounting side of it. So you can attach your accountant right to it, and you can do your quarterly or yearly, and it makes life a little bit easier that way because as you grow, if you decide to grow, you got to start doing this stuff more often to keep up with the tax people.
Oh, yeah. Greg, what do you think about QuickBooks?
My bookkeeper uses it. I've said before, I hate paperwork with a passion, and my passion for hatred of paperwork is stronger than my passion for my love of my wife. So
He doesn't like it at all.
yes, and No, yeah, even in college when I was taking my accounting classes and stuff, I just hate this, and partially because I know I'm going to make a mistake somewhere, and it's probably going to cost me $7.3 million somewhere down the line. So with that, with interest and penalties. So I just say, you know what? I hire a bookkeeper. She knows what she's doing. I sacrifice a lawn for her to do it. And then the thing is, it's great about her is she's got a really good relationship with my accountant, and she just sends everything over to my accountant, and then they take it from there. Actually, my accountant likes her so much as a bookkeeper that she's referred her out to some of her clients because they've had issues with bookkeeping, and so she says, call this lady. And so she's picked up a couple of accounts from my accountant because she's so good at what she does.
Now, riddle me this one,
So
Raleigh.
the answer to your question is no, I don't like QuickBooks.
How did you discover Lawn Buddy? And yet your pivot from Jobber was basically just prices is kind of what you said.
Well, price and just know-how. If I had any issues, and I'm very much like Uncle Greg is there. I would rather much have somebody else do this work than me do it. And I just want to do the work. Jobber just got to be where it was. The fees were horrible. So like they charge a credit card fee, and they charge a pretty good darn fee when they were transferring that money from them to you. And the delay of the money coming through Stripe, because they utilize Stripe for all their credit card transactions. So I'd have money sit with them for up to 5-6 days.
Oh, wow.
And you know, that with Jobber?
Yeah,
that was with Jobber because they use Stripe exclusively.
Okay.
So I started looking for a different one because I'm like, 5-6 days is a little outlandish when like we can do so much on the electronic side of things. Why is it taking 5-6 days for my money to hit my bank account? And then they were charging me a fee on top of that to transfer it.
Yeah.
So I found Lawn Buddy actually down at the Equip Expo last year and kind of talked with them a little bit. And yeah, they were down there. And I mean, I didn't get like into full detail. I was down there having a lot of fun and screwing around. And so I was like, yeah, okay, great. I'll look into it. And then through the winter months, like I said, it just seemed like it got worse with Jobber for a period of time. And if you called in, you never could get anybody that you could discuss things with as the same person, as a repetition. Be like, hey, remember when I called the last time I had this problem or anything like that? It was always just somebody more random.
Were they
the thing with Lawn Buddy?
Subbing out
like
their
4
calls?
people work there.
Hey, Raleigh, were they subbing out the people that like work for them? It's almost like a call center. Like it irritates me when you call into these places there and they sub out people from like the Philippines or something. No people against that, but they sub out stuff. It's like, give me someone who's from America that works for your company. I don't want some AI agent or some subbed out company. Okay, what happened to that like interaction? So Lawn Buddy, it sounds like you're talking to someone that actually works there, like really works there.
Yeah. I actually deal with a lady. Her name is Lindsay. She's probably gonna get mad at me because I don't remember where she exactly lives, but it's Missouri. They're basically out of Kansas or Missouri area. Steve Werner. I've talked to him quite a few times too. He's a great guy. He's a veteran. He started this Lawn Buddy deal here a while ago. It's actually been running for a while. But I text Lindsay. I'm like, hey, I got a problem. Like, I actually got a message her today and be like, hey, what do I do? I've got a customer that approved an estimate, but only approved part of the estimate. So where do I swap that around? And it's made it easy. I do use the scheduling side of it too. I know you're kind of a little leery of that, but what's nice about that is if you wheel up and you're like, okay, we're not mowing it. Let's say it's dry. You're not mowing that property because you don't want to sacrifice it for the rest of the summer months. You can just go in there and literally just cancel that job for the day. It'll ask if you want to cancel the thing entirely. And you're like, no, because you're going to come back the next following week. It doesn't charge the customer and it just shows it as a cancellation on your end. And you just move on to the next house. So it makes it super nice for scheduling that because beforehand we were keeping log books.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah.
So 100-something customers. Yeah, very old school. You got to write the date, the cut height, when your times and stuff, when you were there and when you weren't there. The nice thing about Lawn Buddy, you can even go in there and you can even hit, that you're here and you can record how long it's taking you. So then at the end of the year, you can do an assessment and say, okay, this lawn took me an additional 40 minutes. Am I actually making money on this or not? So then you can actually start tracking what you're making and say, okay, hey, look, next season we need to go up a couple bucks on price. to accommodate that.
Well, it sounds
So
like
that's
you got that
something I
down.
love it.
Yeah. Wow,
I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm not the greatest at it. And I'm, like I said, I'm more of a caveman. I just want to do the work and let somebody else handle that. But you can't. You've got to do all this. And it's been a good tool. I've grown to use it pretty well. They were offering a deal. So Lawn Buddy also offers 2 different payment exception types. They offer through global payments, which you'll see a lot at like CVS, Walgreens. If you look at their little card reader, it says global payments on it when you go to process your credit card, or Wendy's, Ollie's, like the fast food chains. We as small business owners can actually utilize them too. And that's where it comes in, where they'll charge the credit card fees back to the customer. It's called a convenience fee. So it makes it sound, it's convenience for using that credit card. So that as the little guys, we're not taking it unless you're billing them. Then you can actually go in and nix it from their invoice as well too. So if you didn't want to charge it,
you got this down. So do the clients okay, this has been a great pitch for Lawn Buddy. Always trying to reinvent the wheel, discover new things, though. Hey, guys, Wally Woodruff is a Lawn Buddy rep. Hey, Wally, you know what's really funny? You guys can totally laugh at me. So I'm sitting there, Greg, and I don't know if I told Greg this, maybe not. I'm trying to figure out it was maybe a really stupid Evan moment. I'm like, what's Wally's real name? And then you send me a friend request. I'm like, Walter Woodruff. I'm like, oh, I'm a big dummy.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Greg, didn't you have a bird named Walter? I'm pretty sure Greg had a bird named Walter.
I did have a bird named Walter. So
nice. Okay, well.
Yeah. He was a cockatiel, and he was kind of funny. He said about 20 different things. So and he taught my parakeet to speak. That was the funny part about it. So one day my wife was sitting in the office, because I had him in my office, and Bird was just chatting away. He was just going at it, and she turned around and he was asleep. It was the parakeet that was saying everything. So it was kind
nice.
Occasionally you get a talking parakeet. So but it sounded just like him.
Yeah, I've got quite a long name because I'm actually named after my grandfather. So,
how's it feel, Wally, that you were also named after Greg's bird? So, hey, we got about a minute here, Wally. I'm gonna
top notch.
Thaddeus Woodruff, if you're named after your grandfather.
WTW, baby, let's go.
yeah, that's my initials. Actually, is WTW.
So, Wally, we got a minute. I am playing the bumper music, which I'm going to totally blast you out. Apparently, when I play this music and people are on the phone, they can't hear. So, leave us.
I can hear.
We got a minute left here. Give us some words of wisdom as you go out and do that. Would say landscaping job, because the mowing goes are mowing no right now. So, what do you got for us, Wally?
I'll stay hydrated. It's going to be muggy and that, so just utilize the best of it. The days are getting shorter on us too, so we're kind of moving some mowing around as we can't start those early mornings now like we had been.
Which that's true. I was lifting weights in the garage this morning, Wally, and I was walking back inside about 6:15. I'm like, holy smokes, it's darker out here than I thought. So that's why you want to have a workable schedule. So when it gets dark, you can still get all your mowing done. I shot myself in the foot with that for years and I was just mowing way too much, but Wally, thanks for calling in here. This has been an honor.
Bud.
And Greg and I are thrilled. We're going to go out there and crush it and mow some lawns that have maybe grown a little. Guys, thanks. We will see you on Monday's show.
Thanks, guys.
Hold on, Wally, 1 second.